Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us for episode 23 of Better Than Heroes. I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 6, baby, Tohr-Kreen fighter. We leveled up in the last episode, so
Huge.
we all have some new toys to show off. Before we get excited...
Do not get excited yet.
Don't get excited. You
wait.
wait through the announcements. We are taking a break on November 9th, just to recover from the election, and we'll be back the week after that. We're so excited to have you all tonight, but we wanted to remind you that we also have a YouTube channel, so if you fall behind on episodes, or you want to watch our recaps, which are incredible and are made by Aaron and Harlan, or you want to get a friend hooked on Better Than Heroes, please check out our YouTube channel. There's a lot of cool videos on there. But remember, the most important thing that you can do to support the show is to tell your friends and to share our stuff online. We appreciate it so much. Thanks again.
Totally. I'm Andrew Ovredahl. I play the human bard, Flute Whimteaser, aka the Windrider. And I just wanted to plug our Patreon real quick. We have all kinds of cool stuff on the Patreon. You can play D&D with us. We have like a monthly one-shot. You can even have your own private game where you can bring friends. There's merch on there, all kinds of fun stuff. It's patreon.com/betterthanheroes if you want to check that out.
Yeah, I'll check it out right after this for the first time, I promise. My name is Jordan. I play the Moonboy, a level 6 Moonboy. Sweet level 6. I'm so pumped to be here. You're going to see some crazy things come out of the Moonboy in this episode. Not like that. A balloon, yes. A full
Like a balloon of
animal.
drugs?
No, like a poodle. I'm here to thank our wonderful sponsor, Big Top Studios. Thank you so much for helping us put on the show. And ladies and gentlemen, I get the honor of introducing our special guest for tonight, the very humorous, the very hilarious from Stream of Blood, right here on Twitch, Jared Logan, everybody. Here he
Hi,
is.
am I on camera?
You are.
Can you
You're
hear
in
me?
the internet.
I was just thinking, what a good idea to take a break after the election. But what you could also do is just be like, look, if Trump wins, there will be no more Better Than Heroes. So please vote on November 3rd or 2 weeks earlier.
We will be on the run.
We'll see how my internet is in Guatemala.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Sorry to all the Canadians in the chat that we've got a couple of them, so just apologies in advance.
Yeah, I'm sure that they'll feel for us in between healthcare. So,
It's
what?
My training was, if anytime you show up to a party, immediately make it political. All of the discussion. People really enjoy that. They appreciate
They respond
it.
to it.
hell yeah.
Absolutely. I'm Aaron Urist. I play K.A.I, the level 6 Artificer. And tonight, once again, we have live scoring our session. The incredible Jason Wardell.
So
the
good.
keys. It's so much fun. So glad that he can join us every week. And we're going to get into it. We're going to watch our recap from last week. And then we're going to watch our intro video. And then we're going to play Dragons.
Oh, Neko?
Whoa,
Yeah.
Dragons D&D squared.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Keep
that
it
was,
political.
That was, you're. I don't know how you're surprising us with this bit still, but you're doing it. That was good. I felt surprised. All right, get us out of here, Case. We'll see you on the other side.
Last time on Better Than Heroes. Aboard the Widower command ship, having slain Ventress and snuck into the depths of the Arch, the crew freed a vault full of pirate prisoners. With ex-hostages Swan, the Mossman, Garlic, the Grumpy Stump, Whoosh, the Moldling, Atalia, the Grasshopper, Leaf, the Plant Guy, and Wicked, the Kenku, all in tow, the crew ventured down into the bowels of the Ark, searching for lifeboat ports where they could meet the Dinger. They stumbled upon the escape pods, only to find them them guarded by an immense golem, who was mourning Ventress and was interested in K.A.I for mysterious reasons. A battle ensued, and the moon whispered in Moonboy's ear, showing him visions of a book embedded inside the construct and its dealings with Ventress. After dismantling the golem, the Dinger swept in for a stylish escape. With the hostages freed, the Ark finally disappeared into the distance. The crew is safe, but for how long? What repercussions will they face for Ventress's death? Does Whoosh have Moonboy's shoes on him, or will we have to go and get them? Find out next time on Better Than Heroes!
So, Jared,
Yes.
your character wakes up this morning, does their usual routine, kind of doing their preparations, and
Okay, so I'm just eating a raw fish out of a pond, hungrily.
great. Let's just start with, if
character
you
a
could just
grizzly
throw us
bear?
I am playing a grizzly bear. I created the class, but it's on D&D Beyond if anybody wants to check it out.
God damn it. Already. It's great.
Sorry.
So, no, it's okay. It's okay. So, you are there eating a raw fish out of a small pool on this island, and you hear a chorus of voices. Chipper, kind of celebrating maybe, and it's the morning. And if you want to give us a little... Actually, let's save that. I'm going to save the description for when the characters see it, but you advance slowly, kind of being certain about what is on the other side. If you're making sure you're not noticed, as you've seen a variety of people kind of come up to this island and just be very unsure of any of them. And you peek through the trees here, and you see a golden sailing ship that you would recognize as a sailing ship, but it's just the color gold all over it. And you can't quite tell who is on board, but you see at least 3 or 4 heads kind of like bobbing around here and there on the top deck. So give us a little description of what you do here.
Okay. Well, Cyrus Knickerbocker, World War I pilot, has been surviving on this planetoid for many, many months and years. And so he first goes back to the raw fish he was eating, and he's fashioned his own Tupperware. Out of various resins that he managed to tap the trees and make a mold. He believes in old-fashioned American know-how. So he fashioned Tupperware and he puts the fish into that, and then it does have a hermetic air seal. He seals it carefully. Then he puts it in a cold part of the stream. You see, that keeps the fish fresh for later. Then he carefully stalks. Well, first he pulls his pistol. And he carefully stalks through the brush using army commando training. Even though he was a pilot, he's picked up a couple things from war buddies. And he carefully stalks through the foliage toward the ship, trying to see what kind of creatures are on it.
Great. Absolutely. And just a quick note to the chat, none of that is flavor characterizing of this being in this world. All of that is literal and true about this character, just so you know. So if you could go ahead and give me a perception check, that would be great.
I can go ahead and do that. Let's see here.
Cyrus, so you just roll that d20 and add your perception modifier to it.
Oh dear, what a terrible, terrible roll. We're looking at a 6.
Okay, so as you have poked your head out of the edge of the trees, you're kind of annoyed because the way the trees line is sitting on this beach, you can't get a good view. But it's clear that there's at least 5 people on this ship. There's a chorus of voices, and you just see, you've seen all sorts of beings kind of pop in and around this island, and so you're skeptical, but you can't see much. Yeah.
You never know if it's going to be a friend or a foe. Let's see. Well, I'm an American, and when trees are in your way, you cut them down. I pull my machete and slash the trees that are in my view out of the way.
Okay, cool. So they, you just create this doorway almost in the foliage, and you can walk out on the beach here, and you can either stealthily get closer if you want to, kind of sneak up to see what you can see, or you can announce your presence, or do whatever you like. How would you like to approach this ship?
I think we should try a stealth roll. I'm trained in that.
Sure, absolutely.
Let's do that.
Go ahead and roll that d20 for that stealth check, and you can just. I wanted to say commando roll as a metaphor, but I think you literally commando roll out of this carved doorway in the woods.
All right, they taught us how to stay unseen if we ever crashed in enemy territory, and by God, this place counts if ever a place did. I roll across the sand to the tune of a 14.
14. All right, so if all of the Better Than Heroes crew could do a perception check for me, we'll see what you all see.
16.
All right. With
4.
that click out of the gates, you see this, as you all are up on deck, having this nice moment where in the evening last night, you all successfully got yourself off the Ark with all of the innocent bystanders rescued. You rescued the hostages, got them all on the ship, all of your friends are alive, and you, Swan, the moss humanoid, who's kind of the most... It seems to confidently know a place in the algae fields where he knew that you could land the ship because the terrain doesn't change. He knows one spot that is kind of like a good meeting spot he uses sometimes where you could dock the ship at night and know that it's safe. So you all have taken a long rest at this point. It's the morning, and you all are having breakfast out on the deck because it's a very nice day. And you're kind of celebrating a bit as you've gotten away with this, and you see if you want to give the description, I would love that, Jared.
Very well.
What she sees. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. A man who thinks he's hiding, but clearly is out in the middle of the sand, crouched down. He believes he is completely unseen. He is wearing a really proper military suit that he has sort of cobbled together out of leaves and bark and fur and shells. And he's holding I don't know if it would be old-timey to you guys, but he's holding, for our players, like an old-timey World War I pistol, and he's just kind of standing like this watching the ship.
There's a guy down there. That's weird.
Is it? Oh my God, she's right. There's a dude. What's he doing?
So you
I think
see
he's hiding.
Hello.
You see Cyrus, a bug humanoid, walk to the edge of the deck that looks like a standing praying mantis that's buff. You see a tiny little, just super pale, what looks like maybe a child.
Handsome
and then K.A.I and
boy.
Windrider. K.A.I and Windrider, are you walking up there too?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I'm sort of walking to the edge holding my plate of teas and scones.
I'll go to the edge too.
And the Moonboy for sure, just in a weird, I think a weird silence as we look at this man who thinks he's hiding, and then he just goes, "Hello, we see you."
I'm going to run up when I see Windrider and go, I'll help you escape from these monsters! And I aim my gun at, let's see, who's the most scary? The little boy that talks.
Oh.
I jump in front. I'll brandish my rapier and kind of jump in front of the Moonboy, like, and hold up my hand, like,
What are you on about? I don't need rescue. These are my friends.
What's it holding?
Oh, sorry about that. Put the gun away. Well, I guess we've entered a diplomatic negotiation. Cyrus Knickerbocker, USAF. How do you do?
I'm K.A.I.
Hello.
B-S-T-L.
I'm unfamiliar with that branch of the service, but good to meet you, young man.
Hello.
It's been so long since I've talked to
Windrider.
anybody.
Oh, that's sad. Would you like some tea? Is that okay with everyone? He did just point a firearm at you.
Yes, he
but-
looks.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Are you okay?
he seems
I
like he's
could-
been out here a long time.
I could
It's
go for
terrible.
some tea, sure.
All
Permission
right.
to come aboard?
No.
Let's.
Okay.
Should we? She does that. She always does that. Hang on. Let's. Can we?
You can have
we're
tea
going
on board for the time
We're going
being.
to act. We're going to ask the captain. You did point a gun at me. I will include that. But
Yes,
I'll update it. It's okay. I understand circumstances being what they are, but we have to ask the captain. Can we bring some tea down to him momentarily? Or so? He looks terrible.
Yeah, we should
girl,
probably get some fluids in him as soon as possible, and Bessner, the mechanical hummingbird, will carry him down tea and scones.
how long has Cyrus been on the island?
Do I know exactly, Harlan?
Well, let's have you
He
do
would
a
have kept
history check.
exact. He would have kept exact count.
Notches on a tree.
Yeah.
Well, then you could do a history check with advantage then.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
As this small mechanical hummingbird is coming toward you with like a saucer perfectly grasped and balanced full of tea as it just is like flittering toward you.
I shoot it.
Oh, please no!
My history check is 17.
It's been an odd experience for you because time seems to be at first you thought it was just being trapped alone that was making the days seem longer than you were used to, but then you realize the days are actually longer and the seasons don't seem to fluctuate that much. You have noticed a difference, but there's been no noticeable like winter, summer, fall. And you've been here for about a year and a half, as the closest thing you can guess to, like about 15 months to 18. You're in that range.
Yes, it's been about 15 months in that range. How does the Great War fare in my absence? Have we turned back the vicious Huns and their Ottoman allies?
What the hell is he talking about?
I don't know.
Let's
Please do
Pretty
not shoot.
familiar with war.
Please do not shoot the hummingbird. Also,
Yes, he can only
It's
make so
friendly.
many of them.
I'm afraid I at least startled the bird, and my tea is scattered across the scree of the beach.
I have a question.
I don't know how a flying hummingbird crosses their arms, but there's like the resulting expression on Besner's face as it looks back at you, Kai, and it's just like this guy basically is like gesturing with his wings, and you see
Yes.
the shattered teacup on the ground.
I
Just
have
saying.
Can I ask an out of character question real quick? With regards to the, I'm happy to roll whatever needs to happen for it, but so Firmaregna is a platform with legs that walks presumably on a planet, right?
Right, and the reason it walks on the planet is because the terrain is constantly shifting below. The whole planet is like a box of marbles inside of
Whoa.
with water inside of it. So it's like the
Okay.
whole thing is constantly shifting.
Okay, so we're not on the planet part. We're still on the disc.
No, we're on the
No,
planet.
you are absolutely on the planet part.
Oh,
that,
shit.
You don't need to roll for that. That is like quite. That is the whole thing. Is that the Ark was docked off of shore of
Okay.
Firmarigna to kind of avoid the eyes
Okay.
of the city, and
So-
this is the wilderness of the planet.
Okay, but the whole planet is called Firmarigna.
No, the city is called Firmarigna. The planet is called Chandos. Chandox.
23 episodes, Rachel?
Yeah.
23 episodes. Okay, great.
Now you know
Thank
what the name of the planet is. We're we got there.
Yeah.
We've been here.
It's a very,
Thank you.
it's a very Moonboy. I feel like that question was in character, actually.
Yeah.
I know you said it was out of character, but
Where are we
now
again?
What are we
now
doing?
that you've asked it, I feel like it was in character.
I do think we I don't know who's our I mean
Welcome to the land of Woodrow.
somebody call so I
Named it
think we
after
have
the
to
President of the United States of America.
I think we have to
And like him, it is capricious.
I'm
with
gonna
many
hit
moods.
the Rocky Talkie and translate all of this to the captain. There's a dude out here. He seems to be some sort of soldier. I think he's named this little island. What was it?
Woodrow.
Woodrow.
Woodrow land.
Gr-
I haven't really landed
He seems
exactly on-
agitated, but not. I mean, he's. It's hard to gauge.
Keeps
We kinda
shooting
wanna
at
bring
us,
him-
but he's a bad shot.
Yes.
How do you gauge
I
that?
think it might be swamp stroke more than anything. We'd like to get him aboard and talk to him and maybe
I
give him
think
some
he's
tea.
not well, perhaps. Needs
I'm
to be
very well.
examined. Wow.
Please
He
don't say
has
that.
excellent hearing. We can leave out that part of the examination.
I've managed to continue to eat a healthy diet directly from the food pyramid recommended guidelines.
Listen,
Are we shouting
Listen.
this from on the
Listen.
ship and he is
Listen.
on the
So-
ground?
so go-
Yeah, I think he's
So
down.
Goliath-
He's down the gangplank, right?
How far away are we from him?
it's like on the shore, basically.
Yeah, he's like 30 feet plus trigonometry from you all, and
Sure.
you all are like yelling into the Rocky Talkies. And Goliathan, the dwarf with a cowboy hat, walks up behind you as you're
Oh,
trying to
God.
walk with a scone in his mouth, and he's like, "Yeah, sure. I mean, if you guys can handle the ooze, I'm sure one measly human's not going to do much damage." And Janice, who
measly.
is- you're right. Excellent hearing.
Really good.
Really can hear just conversational.
Perception rolls are going way better now.
And Janice, who is in the form of the elf who she originally was in, standing next to you all, and goes, "I get that is a bit of a rib toward me, a joke, maybe. I understand that it's a jest. I could eat him," she says about
No.
the human down there. And
If
he's
you
like, "Yeah,
needed to.
Yes,
I
put,
didn't hear
eat
that
him.
part.
put a thumb in that. And let's. Are you. Can you talk to him? Flute, can you calm him down? He's definitely waving. It's a weapon, for sure.
It's definitely some sort of firearm.
Windrider, I mean.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was like, did he say flute? You don't know.
Damn.
You're like, I knew the whole time. And
retcon. Windrider, you're good with the words. Give him a bit of the
Yeah.
old snootful of the Windrider salt.
I'm going to. I have a well-worn copper coin in my pocket that I am going to put my hand in my pocket and touch that copper coin, and I'm casting detect thoughts on Cyrus at the surface level, so I gain what's on his mind at the moment. I'm not probing any deeper, and he doesn't know that I'm in there.
Okay, surface level. Oh, geez. I guess he would just kind of like old-fashioned diagrams of places to get cover and updrafts and how that would affect a biplane and threat level of each person he's looking at.
Nice. And there'd probably be planes in these thoughts?
Old-fashioned planes.
Like
yeah.
biplanes, okay.
Biplanes, yeah.
I guess the ships that I've seen are so much more fantastic, they probably wouldn't ping my radars being wild, since there's like ships shaped like manta rays and shit. I'll walk halfway down the gangplank And I'll put my sword in its sheath and kind of hold up my hands in a conciliatory gesture. I'll be like,
What war are you talking about, friend? There's no war.
The Great War. Yes, it's consumed the entire planet. Not this planet, the planet I was on earlier. You're not from Earth, are you?
I don't... Or you are TH? No, I'm not from Earth.
No, it's... Sure. Listen, if these people are your allies, I apologize for firing at them. I'm no stranger to having make companions of bizarre other species. I had many Frenchmen that helped us when I was on missions, and so I want you to know I get it, and I like the cut of your jib.
Cobble, the old kobold, standing next to you all, is like, I don't know what he's saying, but I still think it's problematic. And like, cheers on a little biscuit. Yeah.
What do you think he's saying? Think it's racist?
I'll come down to the bottom of the gangplank and kind of. How tall is Cyrus? Probably taller than.
Tall? No, actually, he can't be too tall. He's about medium, regular height.
Okay. Yeah, Windrider's average height too. So two average boys checking each other out.
Very American.
5'7" or 5'8"?
5'7".
Right, I'm 5'8".
I'm 5'6".
You're human.
That's right. And I take it that is not, the default race here in these parts. You know, where I'm from, we shake hands. Would you like to try to shake hands?
I'll pass, but nice try. Trying to touch me with a spell, friend.
There's no spells, friend. I don't know what you're talking about.
Since I still have detect thoughts on, I guess I would believe him, right? Your thoughts can betray you. You would probably imagine shaking hands.
That's right. He is. He's pretty friendly, and he's. He definitely likes you because you're a human, and he hasn't seen a human since he landed here.
Yeah, and I don't get to spend a lot of time with humans either. Since I am present in your thoughts, I'll tentatively hold out my hand to you.
All right, put her there, chum.
And I give you
That's
the
right. Give me a little of that palm
clammiest
grease.
handshake you've ever had in your life.
It's clammy?
Yeah, it's cold. My hands are cold, and they're kind of like always pretty moist.
All right. Someone needs to eat more cornflakes. I've actually devised a way to create cornflakes here on Woodrow.
Woodrow.
I'm sure K.A.I can make that. He can make anything.
No, well, he can't make this because it's cornflakes. So it's not like a magical killing torpedo bird. It's it's a food that stops you from masturbating, and that's very important when you're alone for long periods of time.
I immediately end my concentration on detect thoughts. And I'll take a step. Yeah, take a step back there.
The Moonboy over your shoulder, you hear him go, "What's he said? Is it problematic?"
He's talking about some kind of crunchy food he made to keep him from touching himself, but I'm sure K.A.I can make this food.
Cornflakes! K.A.I can't make it.
It's some sort of food that paralyzes you or something.
Touching what?
She's the bug person. Yeah. So
I am, yeah.
It's a human thing. You wouldn't be interested, Klik.
Can you bring him up here?
I'm interested.
Does he have a camp, or can he come up here? This is dangerous. We don't know what's down here.
I have a camp. if you'd all like to visit it.
The captain, you see this small dwarf humanoid with a big old cowboy hat, which you would recognize as a cowboy hat, actually, and walk over smoking a big cigar and eating a scone. Cigar in one hand, scone in the other. And he walks over and he's like, yeah, pull him up. It's fine. We'll be all right. And you see, as you climb up the ladder to this deck, you see what Jared would recognize as a kobold, a halfling, man, I can't even do the whole crew that we have right now. A moss humanoid. It's like this tall, burly moss humanoid. A bird person that is a kenku. It's like black, feathered, little hooded creature. A grasshopper humanoid. A small being
Good
that's about...
Lord, it looks like the funny papers up here.
Yes.
Yes.
We just.
You got the yellow kid and every other character. There's Crazy Cat. Hey, how you doing?
Listen. These are refugees. We rescued them, much as we're rescuing you. Is this a rescue?
I don't need rescued, friend. I'm doing just fine.
Are you sure?
You're wearing
Would you like-
leaves.
Would you like maybe a little medical examination? Is that rude? You've been here for a year and a half?
It looks like
Yeah,
your
I
gums are
guess it might be a good idea to make sure I haven't picked up any kind of strange pox. Yes? I'll let you take a
Sure.
look.
Okay.
This is your doctor. I look to Windrider.
Right, yeah, he's good at everything. He can cook. He's good in a fight.
So yeah, you
Stitch up.
gestured toward Windrider, and he immediately points to this being. I don't know, Aaron. Do you want to describe your character?
He's a metal being. It's a combination of like metal plates and this sort of very intricate sort of nano clockwork material. And he has a strangely human and expressive face and a mustache. He actually, to the rest of the crew, he looks a little bit different than he has. He's sort of got since he leveled up, he's sort of got a Mach 2 armor thing going on.
Interesting.
So there are larger and more intricate areas of the nanotech stuff, and the
kinda has
plating is more articulated.
He's got a very
He
expressive
has kind
mustache.
of a curly mustache, right? A kind of a World War I era mustache.
Yeah, this is my facial adornment.
I like your bronze whiskers, Tin Pot.
Ah, thank you. Wonderful.
You look like something out of L. Frank Baum.
Wow. I have not mastered smell exactly, but I think you're helping me get there because. Wow.
This
Been
guy's
here a
all
long
right.
time.
Should I disrobe now?
I think that's going to be hard. It seems as though your ensemble has adhered to your body in quite a few places in a
Yeah, you stink
rather
really
upsetting
bad.
way.
Yeah, it's all held on with mud.
If there's anything, you can leave it on. It's fine. I think it would do more harm than good to remove. I think it's sort of, you've achieved a oneness that I identify with between the self and the... Anyway.
Your
see it.
call, Doc.
You see a tiny little, what looks like a drawing of a dragon almost, like this little tiny green wizened being in a robe that looks up at you and goes, "Yeah, you smell really bad."
We can take care of that.
Well, why is
I
your
have,
pet
I have
being
an
rude
extra
to me?
set of clothes. I'll go fetch.
Oh, that's nice. Some clothes. Would you like that? I'm going to give him a once over and try and make sure he's not sick or dying or crazy.
Sure, you can do a medicine check.
Shine a light in his eyes. Yeah, I'll use my medicine kit.
Do
Yeah, roll
these
it.
look like eyes that have suffered some sort of trauma? I'm completely fine.
No, you look remarkably physically healthy. It's upsetting.
There's a little worm in that one, I think.
21.
Are you
Great.
are you trained in medicine?
Yeah.
He looks emaciated and kind of beat up, but remarkably okay for someone who has been living in the wilderness of a constantly moving planet for a year and a half. So yeah, he's holding on tight.
Tim Pot? It's called gumption.
done remarkably well. I'm going to go fix you a nutrient-rich slurry of some kind.
All right, I probably won't eat that, but go to it.
I'll bring you
It's
a
called.
set of
It's
my
a.
old
It's a
clothes.
goulash.
Cyrus, they're just kind of pretty plain clothes, but they're for an average human.
Okay, well,
All right, hold on.
really have
Quick
my
pause.
rank insignia, but
Quick pause. We lost audio for a second.
Uh-oh.
Case, let me know when you got that back. Seems like.
Everybody stay in character. Everybody stay in
Hi,
character.
they can all see us. They just can't hear us. So let's all, we can act it out. Just a little.
D&D
guy,
charades.
Keep it zoned in.
Yeah. I love it. It's my favorite thing when we don't.
Are you,
when we lose
Jared?
audio.
Did you roll this character as the gunslinger?
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
they
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. We'll wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Just
okay,
keep it a little
okay,
secret for yet.
Okay.
All right, we're back. We're fully back.
We're back.
Yay.
Where did we lose them?
Yeah.
Where did they lose
emaciated
us?
was the last word they
Yeah,
said.
emaciated. So you look okay, and Jared, if you want to tell them the reason that you look okay, you can throw that back
I
in
said
there.
one word: gumption.
Yeah, actually, you have sickle cell anemia. It's staving off malaria.
Can we have some? Bring us the
no,
gumption.
No.
So, in these moments, Klik, you, the ever-present look out for danger, can roll a perception check with advantage as you have pick any NPC helping you, as only about half of them are interested in this.
And, Cyrus, I'll bring you a change of my old clothes if you want it.
Perception check, you said?
Yeah.
16.
Cool.
He puts on the old clothes.
Yeah, there's you see a slight ripple in the water that for a second you think is something there, but it goes away quickly. There's a lot of like floating algae in this area, as it seems like most of the things throughout this area shift, but for some reason there's growth on this island. The island seems to not be moving at all, and you think maybe it was just like a small rumble, and there's nothing to be seen besides a couple floating logs. So you're like, oh, okay, cool, things are fine. And
Okay.
yeah, you all are just hanging out on the deck of the ship with this very odd human.
Now, you said you came here from another world. Did you take a Spelljammer like ours? How did you come to be marooned here?
I don't know what a spam jimmer is, friend, but I flew in a.
It's the name of the device that I just put inside you.
Oh. Oh dear. No, I.
And finished.
It feels good, actually.
It's a lollipop.
I flew here in an aeroplane, a biplane. I was on a combat mission over Germany.
Ask him about.
I don't know.
Ask him about the gumption. Ask him if we can have some of the gumption.
Anybody can have gumption, friend.
Hey.
They believe in three things:
He has excellent
God,
hearing.
the United States, and the superiority of the American Air Force. You thought I
there
was
it
going to
is.
say something else. You thought I was going to say something else. You all thought.
I don't know what any of those things are.
All 9 of the NPCs breathe a sigh of
What's
Well, it
the,
would have been cathartic to kill Cyrus right here on the deck as a team, but that's okay.
the Moonboy points at the gun and he's like, "What's this? Gumption? Is this gumption?"
What sort of sling is that, friend? How does that shoot rocks out of a tube?
This is
That's
a gun. It uses magic rocks. I'm trying to make this so you guys can understand.
That
It's
is
helping.
basically how they work.
It's
Out
helping.
of this tube at a high velocity.
Sure.
And these things inside are called bullets.
And it does this for America.
It does this to make Huns rue the day.
Is America a king or a queen?
America is neither, friend. America is a democracy. an unimpeachable institution that will always function like a well-oiled machine, far into the future for hundreds of years.
Sure.
A system that can never be put into question.
An incorruptible.
The Dwarven captain comes over. It's like, okay, no one gives a shit about lore, all right? Like, can we just... He's like grumpily eating a scone.
People are asking me questions. I'm answering them. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know your rank.
He's got a
here.
gun. He's telling us, you yourself, Goliath, and told us that there were other
He's,
worlds than these crystal spheres.
He's a spelljammer, just like you, Captain.
Yeah,
He
that's
flies his own ship.
That's what I've heard, and that's what I want to know now. And he sidles up to you, and you would actually recognize this as having some sort of like Texan swagger, this dwarven being. And he walks over to you and it's like, look, I don't know what world you're from, but I can tell you one thing that you should be able to recognize. I'm the captain of this ship, he says, about 4 feet tall.
Okay, well, I am also a captain, so I guess that makes us of equal rank. So let's batten down these hatches, and can we get some of this off of the deck? We've got a lot of clutter up here.
Right away,
You show
Captain.
me your ship.
Yes.
You show me your ship.
Oh.
And then we can talk about who's captain. Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's
My
upset.
ship, it's in the drink, friend. We had
You lost it because of alcoholism?
no,
Drank it.
I only
down the
drink
drain.
on New Year's Eve and on the birth of the baby Jesus.
It's a
No.
long week.
That's right, it's within a week. 1 week a year.
It's just completely missing.
Look, my ship, as you call it, what you would call a spit rammer, fell into.
I would never call it that.
I might.
It fell into a body of water here and was swallowed by a horrible beast. Sometimes I wake in the night thinking of its horrible, slimy face.
Are you just talking about the water in this area? Because it shifts around a lot, and you see.
No,
this...
I'm not talking about the damn water. I'm talking about a creature. A malevolent creature, likely some sort of monarchist.
I've seen it.
It's a disgusting, foul, enormous beast.
What?
And it ate my co-pilot.
Klik,
Whoa.
Oh,
what?
I mean, I
My
haven't seen the
co-pilot.
co-pilot, but I've seen this beast. There's something in the water.
Hold on, I need a moment to ram these feelings back down where I can't feel them anymore.
Quick, get him a steak. Somebody.
Great, I can do my
Captain,
job again.
Can we take off?
Oh yeah. And you see Swan, the moss humanoid, this very large, kind of like broad-shouldered humanoid that is like fully made out of green moss, walks over and is like, "Yeah, there's some stuff in these waters that we should probably be careful of. That's he probably. I mean, I don't know. Can you look, son?" He looks down at you and he's like, "Can you tell me what was this thing that ate your buddy? Well, like, what did it? Give me some more information about what did it look like? I might know what you're talking about."
Harlan, do I know exactly what it was?
All you have seen is a fleshy claw jump
Always
out of
fleshy
the
with
water.
this
I'm
one.
sorry. This one is actually fleshy. A fleshy claw shoot out of the water, and it grabbed your friend with two piercing, like mandible-looking things, like jutted into his side and pulled him back into the water.
It was a giant crab or lobster, maybe a crawdad, and it had enormous, very powerful claws that crushed my Spiel gamer, what we call a plane, and pulled it into the water.
I'm
You
gonna,
brought a whole plane of existence here to yourself?
No,
Sorry.
it's a aeroplane.
No, I was gonna ask the same thing. I'm very.
The airplane, the elemental plane of air.
What means
wow.
hand
I'll
job,
step- I'll-
Earthman?
I'll step up to him and clash my mandibles and raise my big scary claws. Like,
Yeah, it looked
we'll have to keep an
this one.
eye out, won't we?
Looked like it might have been your Uncle Bobby, Susie Q.
My uncles are
I
dead.
feel good about that improv.
Yeah. Yeah. Even to a bug humanoid, when the American man gets a slight hint of any sort of femininity, it just is immediately shitty. So,
Yeah, I would
can
not
sense
patronize
gender.
yeah.
I cast sense gender.
Yeah, you see a giant like weapon that is like clearly a huge blade like sticking out from her back, and yeah.
I don't speak common physically. It speaks out of a translator that's on a speaker on my chest. So there's like a gold jockstrap on my face that speaks out of a speaker on my chest. So you can hear like clicking and clacking, but it comes out in a perfect Midwest brogue. And I'll just be like, yeah, well, we'll have to keep an eye out for your evil monsters.
So with that, Jordan, since the Moonboy was buddied up with Swan in the last fight as his sidekick, could you roll a perception check?
Sure. For Swan?
Yep.
I don't have his
I do. So if you just tell me what you get on the
stats
dice.
immediately, but he rolled a 10 on the die.
Okay, cool. So could you also have him roll a dexterity saving throw as well?
Great.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, it wasn't great. What's his dex?
It is... Well, what was the dice roll?
7.
Okay, cool. So with that, right after Klik says that, there is just a whoom, as you see at the very last second these like two jaws attached to what looks like a forearm just like reach up over the boat, and both jaws pierce into the side of Swan and pull him off the side of the ship.
No.
And I would love for you all to roll initiative as we are going to jump into combat here.
Dead? What just happened?
I mean, you can't see him right now. He's just immediately pulled off the side of the ship, and the first person in combat can kind of make the call here. If you want to go ahead and throw me your initiative, we'll get combat all set up. We'll take a break a little bit early, and
That's
then...
a 17 for the Moonboy.
Oh, look at that.
That
do a
is
little
a
bit...
critical fail.
Oh, I also got a critical fail.
Nice!
Together!
Stop that!
Hey, better now than later.
I guess so. Get him out.
I got a 14.
All right.
And that's a
then-
26 for Captain Nick.
Quick!
This guy!
Ready.
Critical hit.
So mine was a 4. You do still add dex when you roll
Yes, for
initiative,
this.
right?
These are
So I
not...
got a
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
Then mine is a 5.
Great. All right. So, with that, I've got the initiative order here. I'm going to throw up the map on Roll20 so you all can see it, make some tweaks to it, and we will jump back in right in combat after the break here. Cutting a little bit early to get all the combat on one side of things. So, Case, whenever you're ready, you can pull us on out of here. Jared Logan, thank you for making sure I don't get through any of my notes. It's a true joy. No. This is not shit talk.
This is like finding the Encino Man. We have questions.
Yeah, no. This is fun. I just get to hang out. It's great. I don't know how to not sound shit talking when I say that I'm
It is
excited
nice when
about
you're
it.
the dungeon master and all the characters start talking to each other, and you're like, cool. I guess I'll just like look at photos of pizza on Google.
No, I get to sit in the audience. It's great. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we'll be right back here and see you for this combat with this spooky monster. See you on the other side.
Spoopy.
All right, here we are. I was just noting on the break that, it was noted that Cyrus has brass knuckles in his character art, which you can see here. And Jordan keeps doing this fun thing on the art streams that he's doing.
It's not just me.
Where he draws the characters. It's very good. It's very fun. You kind of get like a little sneak peek of what's going to happen. But he keeps being like, oh, should we just give him this like super powerful magical weapon just to help him out? And it's very fun.
It's not magical. It's historically accurate. It's called a trench knife. It's a knife with brass knuckles on it. and I'm sorry, it just happened.
Yeah.
It's a punching knife.
So your unarmed attack can now do 1d4 plus your strength damage.
And it's also a dagger that can pierce helmets. Just saying that's what Jordan said, so I have to kind of go by the artist.
Also, yeah.
Coming
Look,
up
no,
against
but
the helmet monster.
I specifically said German light infantry helmets. So if German light infantry soldiers rise out of the swamp, I think he should get advantage on piercing the helmet.
I mean, he's a World War I American pilot, so there's every chance that there's going to be German
fair enough.
hoplites.
So, top of initiative order here as we jump straight into battle. As you all have seen your nice, kind, moss humanoid friend warn you of what is in these swampy waters, and then just get pulled from the side of the ship into the water itself. And if any of you can see over from there, I think from where we're looking at on the map, Klik, you can probably see the water, and Swan is not visible currently. It's just pulled underneath.
Can a
And
bush drown?
We'll find out. And with the top of the initiative order here is Cyrus. You are far and above everyone else here. To kick
I'm
things off.
gonna shout at Klik. Does it seem imaginary now, Grasshopper? And then I'm going to.
I said I saw it.
I'm gonna run to.
Atalia, the grasshopper humanoid, goes, "What?"
Racist.
There's a grasshopper with us.
Run to the edge of the ship, and aim carefully and try to put a bullet in this in the monster.
Absolutely. You can see the top of its head poking out there where that token is, and you can just below the surface of the water there, you can see this like inky black, what you immediately translate into your head as blood, kind of like filling the water as these mandibles kind of like peek out from the top of the water for a second and are just like gnawing at the body of Swan, the moss.
No!
My arch nemesis, a giant crawdad. I'm going to
Roll that
put
D20.
bullets in its face.
Absolutely.
And we're looking at that's a nice 23.
Oh, that absolutely hits. It's you who have been preparing for this moment since you saw your co-pilot get pulled away from you off the shore. Just run over and thunk it right in the head. Oh, boo. And so if you want to go ahead and roll the damage from your
12.
gun, you absolutely can. Look at that.
Damn.
And
I'm just standing on the edge going, ah!
Firing into the water. There it is! It's back for the rest of it!
I told you! You didn't believe me!
and you just hear a hiss as what it looks like a big log floating there with algae all over it. The head just pulls up for a second, and you see two wide white jaws that are just gnawing away at Swan, and two big orange eyes, some like antenna coming off the top. And the most noticeable thing is the thing that is gnawing on it does not seem to be what is holding Swan in place. There seems to be something coming from like its chin almost that has its two pincers on the side of Swan, and as he gets pulled out of the water from the bug's reaction to being shot in the head, Swan is just like, oh god! And that's gonna bring up Moonboy, unless you would like to do anything else, Cyrus.
I want to be attack, and that's it. Dive!
Moonboy, what can this thing do? The Moonboy is gonna run up next to Cyrus, and he's going to as he goes, he kind of, with each step he takes, he sort of begins to float and fill with light, and he with one great hiccup blasts into his starry form. And I'm going to, he's about to hurl this fireball, this guiding bolt that's kind of his signature move, and all of a sudden he kind of flashes back. He remembers the night before, in a dream, the moon came to him. and congratulated him on thank you for reading my messages, Moonboy. You've grown more powerful than ever. And
That was pretty good, I guess. That was fine.
And it informs the Moonboy, without words, of course, that he can now access a cosmic omen. And in the night, he was asked to roll a d6 by the moon.
Classic moon request.
Classic moon request. If it's even, the result is weal for the day. If it's odd, the result is woe.
Cool.
So-
And so just to fill chat into, since we had to jump forward in time a little bit, I gave all the players a quick option to do a couple of downtime things, which a few of them have done and will be revealed, I guess. But so this counts as one of them, and
Sure.
We could talk about it at the end.
the wheel and woe is
Well, I'll tell them
how
right
the day,
now.
yeah, is how the day is gonna go.
No, this is a new one. This is the
Yeah,
cosmic omen. Wheel. Wheel. I got an even. Wheel means whenever a creature I can see within 30 feet of me makes an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, I can use my reaction to roll a d6 and add the number rolled to the total. So my
Cool.
reaction is now, we're going to have a good day, basically.
Cool. So you're just in tune with the universe a little bit. You can see that moonlight shining.
The
on
moon, right before I woke up this morning and spotted this strange man and was pointed out this strange man on the beach, the moon said, it'll be a good day today, moon boy. And then I went, yeah! And I woke up going, Jeremy Piven, for some unknown reason.
Wait, just for the fun of it, Aaron, can you say it will be a good day today in Moon, real quick?
It'll be a good day today, Moon Boy.
Thank you, the moon.
Thank
I
you.
hope I see you again someday. Love you too, the moon. Goodbye.
Sick. So, Moonboy, what would you like to do on your turn?
Okay, so I would like to actually go ahead and end my turn.
Cool.
But I got that reaction out there.
You did. And so that is going to bring up Relic and Goat, who you see this little halfling run by you all and just sprint over to his huge ballista shooter over here. And he's going to take a shot as Goat is going to come over and load it for him. And he's going to take a shot with disadvantage because of the angle that he is at and the closeness to this being in the water. And he's still going to get a 16, which misses. And as he does get it down and aim it far enough, and he's like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And down into the water, and you just see it hit the muddy surf, bank below, and he missed it and just shot it into a bunch of algae, and he curses and doesn't make eye contact with anyone.
Can
and,
Whoosh use his genius understanding on this?
Yes, he can.
He can use it on an attack roll.
Does it say, what does it read? Would
Says-
you read it for us?
It says another creature you can see within 30 feet makes an ability check or saving throw.
No, so you can't do it on this one yet, unfortunately.
I can definitely do it with the Moonboy's reaction, though.
What are you reacting with?
The wheel.
With the wheel.
Are you giving him a d6 on the attack roll? Go
Should
for
I?
it. Yeah, you can if you want to. You don't know what its AC is, but he got a 16. So,
All right. Let's roll it.
cool. Ooh, I got a 1 on the dice, which is exactly what you needed to add to hit this thing.
Oh, because I rolled it as well, and I got a 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was me. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
I think the Moonboy kind of, as his action from the previous turn sort of feels the strands of fate going the wrong way, and a little moonbeam shines on the ballista arrow and plunges is nudged in the right direction.
Yeah, you just see this little wink, and Relic gets it, and with that when he's like not looking away and making eye contact, Moonboy, you're the first one to see that this like wriggle from this beast, and you can see how long it is. And I'm actually going to turn this token here into the full-size beast that was.
Oh no!
It seems to be hidden by.
Oh no!
Look at it, mama.
As before, it's just its head was sticking out, and when he makes this connection, and you see this like inky black blood like come from the back of this thing's body. What you thought was algae and logs is clearly the back of this thing's body. But Relic gets this damage hit on it too. So he is gonna... Yeah, so look at this. The art is being put up by our amazing producer, Case, right now. This monster art is just above and beyond incredible. Jordan, thank you so much for it.
Yeah, shout out to Clooney McRoy and KMW and Adam P for helping me out with it.
So it's gonna you're gonna do 12 damage to this thing, and it seems to have 2 wounds in it now, as it kind of just like lets out a hiss and is holding Swan in that like extended bit of its body that is pierced into each of its side. And with that, it's going to bring up K.A.I.
Kai's turn. I will use my bonus action to cast Arcane Weapon, and my hand will disassemble. My lightning launcher absorbs cold energy from the air around me, and I will blast that nasty bug.
Cool, you're going to have to move over to the edge there to get that angle on it.
I move. I rush over to the edge using the Roll20 app on my computer.
I got you, actually. I can move you right there. If that's.
Oh, you move me. You move me. All right.
So yeah, you can roll that d20 to see if you hit.
Here we go. First attack is a 16.
That just misses.
Okay, second attack is a 17.
That hits.
All right. There we go. All right. Ooh, good roll. That is 17 points of lightning damage and 4 points of cold damage.
Yeah, so Cyrus, you see this being, this mechanical metal being, it seems to you, walk up next to you. Its arm just changes form, seems to pull ice out of the middle of the air and just whoop, take 2 shots into this thing, one of them connecting with its back, and you can hear a hiss as ice seems to form on its back, and chunks of it just kind of like float off like ice cubes.
Egad, Tin Man!
What? Is that rude?
Impressed.
Oh, good.
Do you want to throw Whoosh's attack at him too?
Oh, yes, Whoosh. Whoosh's turn. Whoosh is going to use Whoosh's entropic hammer and summon an acid hammer to blast that guy.
Cool, so you just...
He rolled a natural 20.
Oh, look at that.
Whoosh,
So-
you did it.
Whoosh has been crushing.
Yeah.
So, Cyrus, you see, after talking to him, K.A.I, and what seems like, you're in a weird situation, but all of a sudden, standing next to you on the railing of the ship is this about a foot tall humanoid made of mold, it seems only. And when you look over, he's just got this huge, like, dripping green arrow that you would... It seems like something from a cartoon, as it's, like,
Hammer.
oversized. And he looks at you and goes... And he just chucks it at this thing, and it just splashes acid all over its back. So if you could tell me how much damage that does, Mr. K.A.I?
Yes, attack my rare bit nightmares.
Yeah.
My malarial fever dreams.
So he deals 12d4 acid damage. So that is 31. He doesn't take double the amount of damage on its turn, though, right?
No, just the continued,
Okay.
yeah, just the regular amount. Yeah, but it's just like the whole top of this thing is like outlined in acid, and it just like starts to eat away at the top of its carapace, and that is going to bring up Cobble and Wicked, who are Goliathan also says, "Oh, holy shit!" and he's gonna just start running toward the inside of the ship. As you know, he's kind of going to man the helm and be able to fly out of here if you want to, but he's going to have to spend his whole turn this time going toward the helm and getting out of there. And then Wicked, this black bird, this kinku, is going to run up to Moonboy and is going to shoot a thunder wave at this thing if he can. Let's see if he can reach him. Ooh, boy, he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to get to him. So he's going to hold his. He's going to dash and instead get over here. Sorry, this is the part where I play D&D by myself. It's super fun. And
Got your action figures.
Yeah. Cobble is going to go hide, and it is now the creature's turn.
Uh-oh.
And you hear as this bug is like chewing on Swan and like kind of like dunking him in the water as it just reared out to react and is now pulling down below. You hear Swan's voice go. He like at first you can't hear it. It sounds like he says larva, and you're like, what? What is he saying? And he says, Larva Ravus, and you know that the name of this creature is Larva Ravus. As he is yelling that out, and that doesn't help you at all, as it seems that he uses it seems to drop Swan in the water here, not completely dead, but very, very hurt, and is going to. You see the thing that was previously holding Swan and has held him in front of the mandibles, causing him to be able to be chewed on, is this fleshy arm that seems to be under its chin, and with that it jumps out like a tongue, just launching itself at you, Cyrus. And I need you to let me know what your AC is.
My AC is a paltry 14.
14?
Probably I haven't done something correctly in the character creation. I thought that felt low. But I have leather armor.
Hey.
That's 11 plus your dexterity.
Yeah, what's your dex?
And I have my dexterity added. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That seems right. So he's actually going to hit you exactly, unfortunately. So I need you to make... I need you to make a strength saving throw as oh boy, I just rolled 3d6 and got a 6, a 6, and a 5. Ooh. So you take 17 piercing damage, and let me know what that strength saving throw is.
My strength save was a 15.
Oh boy, that is also exactly what you needed to save. So
I still take 17, you say?
Yeah, you still take 17 points of damage as this like arm launches up, sticks two what look like pincers on each side into the side of your ribs, and tries to pull you back, but instead just like pulls straight through like the flesh of your body, and is not able to pull you toward it like it was Swan. And you hear just like a hiss of disgust as it comes back empty mandibles.
Hey, gross.
Curse your bones, Kaiser bug.
And that's gonna
You've ruined Windjammer's clothes.
And it's going to stay exactly where it is, and that's going to bring up Klik and Natalia.
Okay. How far down is this creature? Like, how big of a fall is this?
30 feet from the edge of the ship.
From the edge of the ship, sure. So I would take falling damage from that jump.
No, because you were jumping into the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I jump onto it?
Oh boy.
It's a thing you could do.
I'll have you make
Kaiju fighter.
an acrobatics check to see if you take fall damage or not.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I
just because I think I'm supposed to be meaner to you there, but I want you to do it, so
it's
I'm giving
cool
you a chance.
though,
Yeah,
right?
it's cool. It's cool. I'll give you a chance to not. Just roll out.
I'm going to... oops, I'm using the wrong tool. I'm going to move to the edge, and I'm going to use my bonus action. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm doing the jumping thing. And then I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump off the edge of this and attempt to land on the back of my big dad here.
Right.
Uncle Bobby,
So
right?
I'm gonna jump, and I'm going to pull the Githka off of my back in the air and use the stabby end and try and come down on its head with the spiky end.
Okay, cool. If you get above a 10, I'll let you not take any damage. If you get above a 17, I'll let you roll with advantage to stab, because this is just fucking cool. And if you're jumping down with the stabby end, you should get extra stuff. So
this is just, so what kind of,
this
am I
is
doing an
just the
acrobatics check?
Yeah, roll an acrobatics check to see how landing on top of Daddy Bug goes.
17, exactly.
Look at that shit. So,
That's good.
absolutely. You see, Cyrus, this big old bug lady just hurl past you, just pulling her weapon out in midair and just down B on Smash Bros. Onto. Thank you for getting that. And give me so roll with advantage and let's see if you hit. 2d20. Take the higher one as you're just flying through the air toward this being.
That is a 23 to hit.
Oh boy, that hits. So you just down into it. You hear that noise, just this gross squish as you land on it, pointy in first. And how much damage do you do to it?
You know what? I'm going to use a psionic dice, and I'm going to do some extra damage. So I'm going to push extra air above me down into this guy. So my original roll is just 6 damage, but I'm going to roll an additional d8 here.
So Cyrus, you see her body just like prepare in this position, and then seemingly just get shoved down by almost an invisible hand into this thing.
Awesome.
DM, I forgot to have the guy take... Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. 12 total for that one.
Right. Cool. Yeah, it just... There's a burst of, like, green fluid out of this thing as you smash into it. What did I forget? What did we forget, Aaron?
I forgot to have the guy take 2d4 acid damage on his turn.
Cool. I will... If you want to tell me what that is real quick, I will do it.
3.
Cool. Great. Anything else quick?
Sorry.
Yeah, I have a second attack. And I'm going to take it.
Yeah, so now you're standing on its body. You pull the weapon out, and what did you get to hit it?
That is 15 to hit, so that's not going to do it.
As you you smash your Githka down into it and just kind of like bounces against what you immediately recognize as like natural armor of a bug being.
And I will use my bonus attack as well.
Get in there. Fighters, man.
This one is a dirty 20 to hit. Nope, okay. 21.
That hits. So you get that last little whip into
8 damage on that one.
Great. Cool. Yeah, so once you recognize that plate too, you can just wedge your weapon under there and down into it and
crack
get
it
another.
Open like a lobster.
Truly. You just pull a piece of it off there. And you realize it's kind of like shielding a lot of its body through the water because you're standing on it. You're able to get down in there, no problem. But the majority of its thorax is like submerged. So it seems to be getting an AC boost because it's inside of the water.
Okay.
And if Atalia wants to heal somebody, we can do that. She can do that on her turn, just like off screen here if you want to roll for that and just let somebody know if they get healed.
10,
but
20,
after that, it's going to bring up Windrider and Garlic.
I'm just going to have Atalia do Beacon of Hope.
Okay, cool.
So it's advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saves.
Cool.
Great. I'm going to run up next to Cyrus and clap my hand on his shoulder, and I'm going to say, welcome aboard, friend. And I'm giving him bardic inspiration as I hum an inspirational tune. Cyrus, you've got 1 d8 you can cash in the next 10 minutes of gameplay, and then out of my components pouch, I will remove a little piece of hardened sap with an eyelash in it. I mutter a spell, and I flash invisible, and then I will run across the deck, jump over the railing, and into the water right here, right next to the Big Daddy.
Cool. Give me an acrobatics check for that, will you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm going for a dive, sure.
Yeah. It's not a hard one. But
I got a 22.
Cool. Yeah, you Cyrus, you actually see some form in Flute's dive that is pretty impressive as he launches himself over. You can tell it's not the first time he's launched.
I'm invisible.
But even still.
Okay.
It's such a tiny splash.
Just
It's
nothing. I hit
perfect.
the water with like a plip. Yeah.
You've seen a professional diver before, and when that body hits the water, you're like, that guy did a good time. Okay.
An Olympian.
And then Garlic is gonna run up. Is there a coil of rope on deck? I'd assume we'd have something, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Swan is still down in the water, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can Garlic have the rope and throw it to Swan?
Yep, done deal. That rope is down there that Swan can try and climb up on his turn.
Cool.
So that is going to bring us to the top of the round here with you, Cyrus. It is now your turn. Seeing all of this wide crew of funny paper folks whip out their abilities, it is now your turn.
Right. So, a couple quick questions. So, its thorax seems to be more vulnerable than the rest of it, but the thorax is underwater?
Yes.
Okay.
Or it seems to be harder to hit. It seems to be gaining an advantage from it. A cow is easier to shoot than a chicken with a gun, and so it's just hiding. It's like chicken size with just its head.
You know that old
I
saying.
understand.
Old Colorado
My
saying.
My grandpa always used to say,
A cow's
Chicken's
easier to hit than a chicken.
with a
You
gun.
might have
Because it's bigger.
You might have a weasel in your hay if you don't have any termites on your roof.
My old lady used to say.
So I think that Cyrus not playing his character optimally is a completely crazed warrior. Seeing his good human friend dive in, Cyrus will as well. And Cyrus isn't going to acrobatics it if it's okay. He's going to athletics it. He's going to do perfect and then dive in and then swim with his knife in his mouth. You know what I mean? And then he's gonna, if possible, he's gonna get up to the thing and just try to stab it in its thorax.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm not even gonna make you do an athletics check because that's just super cool. And you just barrel off the side there, land in the water, but you do have to roll an attack as you knife swim over to it and try and stab its body there.
Okay,
Nice
great.
swimming.
I would have made the athletics check anyway. I have a +6, so it would have worked.
I'm so I didn't mean to take your moment away from you.
You did
could-
not
you
at
could
all.
roll
You
it.
did not at all.
You could
I feel the need for braggadocio when I'm playing this guy.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. At 17 plus a lot of things.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, you
hits.
can knife him.
Okay, and he attacks twice, which he should have done when he was firing off his pistol, but he's conserving ammo. He's conserving ammo. Okay,
Sure.
so
Roll that other attack.
Let's see. So he's doing less damage now, but he doesn't care. He did 5 on that hit, and then here comes his second attack. That one is going to be, yeah, that's good. It's a 25.
Absolutely.
And then he does another 5 damage.
Cool. Yeah, you see this guy dive into the water, and then just inky spots fill up the water as he's just knifing this thing.
Oh God, what's he doing under there?
And that's
His
gonna
job. His duty.
We don't know what that is, but yes, somehow, yes.
It's clearly this.
It is. Where he's from,
Nice.
he must be some sort of powerful exterminator.
Knife swimmer.
That's gonna bring up Moonboy.
Cool. So the Moonboy, filled with constellations of unknown moons. You see the constellation of the Archer pulse within his form, and he is going to cast Guiding Bolt
Great.
at this creature.
Give it to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so
will.
yeah, you see, Cyrus, this tiny little being has fully looks like the Starry Night, just filling his whole body. You can see a constellation inside.
Oh
of him.
my God, it's full of stars.
And he seems to pull a map out, and then there's like blinding flash comes from it. And what'd you get to hit, Moonboy?
He misses. That's a that is gonna be a 12.
Yeah, it smashes into the water and just like fills the water with light for a second, and you can see the body of this whole thing, and then it goes away real quick.
Fuzzes on the surface, but with my bonus action, or because of that, some unstable moonfire blasts off of him, and gets to make a secondary attack with the ranged spell attack. Same deal.
Look at that.
Okay, so that's going to be a 27 to hit.
That one will hit. So what is that attack?
So that is the feature attack for the constellation of the Archer, which adds 1d8. Ugh, come on. So 5 damage.
Okay, cool. Is it an arrow? Does a moon arrow come out of you? Is that what happens?
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, I think of it as just kind of just kind of like unstable moonfire shooting out of him, but
sure.
But it's definitely
and with that miss,
arrow-like.
Yeah, with that miss, there's some unstable moonfire that just like connects to this thing's face as it looks very frustrated with its like kind of side blinking eyes, looking around, surrounded by creatures but deeply wanting some prey. And Jordan, while all that is happening, Swan has swam over with his 3 hit points that he has left.
Great.
And is going to try and grab the rope that Garlic has. So if you could roll a strength check to see if you can pull up.
I will do that, but in addition to that, I'm going to use... Let me make sure this isn't a bonus action. Constellation of an Archer. Oh, yes, that was my bonus action. Never mind. So you want a strength check?
Yes, please.
Bummer. For that
Swan.
guy.
Yeah.
I think Swan is strong, right?
Yeah, Swan is strong.
Swan, I hope you're very strong. Oh, that's a 19. Not bad, Moonboy.
Okay, cool. 21. He's just going to...
filled with the fire of 1,000 moons.
Swan is going to pull himself up here, and it seems like he has... At first, when you see it, Moonboy, too, you see him pulling himself up, and it looks like dirt, almost, has, like, filled up his side, but then you realize it is just, like, the Swan's insides a little bit, the inside of this moss, as he seems to have just been like eaten like half of a corn cob by this creature as he pulls himself up.
God.
Okay.
I got a cow, a chicken, and a corn reference in tonight. Can you tell I'm from Indiana? That's gonna bring up
corn reference.
I would like to back away. I would like the Moonboy to back away. Sorry.
Absolutely.
From the edge a little bit.
Relic is going to take another shot here with his ballista and is going to miss as he has disadvantage again with the angle here as another big harpoon just whoops into the ground, and that's going to bring up K.A.I.
Kai's turn. I'm going to reach over the railing and blast that guy. Blast you, Zorak. Okay, that is a 19 to hit.
19 hits the Lord of Varus. Go for it.
Okie dokie. He takes 15 points of lightning damage and 1 point of cold damage. And I blast again, another arc of electricity. That is another hit.
Yeah, so that first hit just whoops into him, and you see again, it just like freezes a back chunk of it that just falls off as it freezes the water around it and almost turns into a rock, just pulling a bit of its flesh off. And what was the other one?
He takes another 11 points of lightning damage and 1 point of cold damage.
Good God.
All right, there we go. And now with that other hit too, it just looks like it pulls two like stakes of it off of each side, and you can see it's just like leaking fluids into the water around it and kind of like looking panicked and bad. It looks very, very hurt.
And I will use my bonus action to look down and see our new pilot friend, and I will shoot him with a healing dart. Here you go, friend! And he will regain 7 hit points.
He's just gonna yell, "Nutrition!"
Which is funny because K.A.I's a good cook.
Yeah.
So
Curry flavored.
You wanna roll that attack with whoosh real quick?
Yes, I do. Another entropic hammer. He rolled a 19 on the dice.
Great. K.A.I, you hear whoosh also go, nutrition! And the hammer appears again, and he chucks it down there for how much acid damage to it?
13 points.
Cool. This just like eats away at the top carapace of this thing, and it is just like its insides are showing. It's like leaking out into the water, and it just looks wide-eyed and wild and angry and hungry. So.
Oh, I feel bad.
No, it's real bloodthirsty. It like looks like it wants to eat a bunch of kids. It's like you should definitely.
No, we should befriend it and have it come live with us.
Yeah, in the closet with Janice.
Yeah.
What's his name, Harlan?
I don't know. Let's have the dude from 19 whatever name it. You can name what you think this thing's name is.
This thing?
Yeah,
It's a Kaiser bug.
Okay, Kaiser. Yeah, absolutely.
1918, by the way, is the year we're talking about.
And so that's gonna bring up Goliathan, who's going to raise, or he's going to tilt the ship so that Relic won't have disadvantage on his turn next time if he wants to go, and is ready to get out of there if anyone needs to.
Nice.
And the next person who attacks can also have advantage.
He just hits the hydraulics.
Yeah.
Hits the side to side on this thing.
Which is going to be Wicked. She is going to try and do lightning damage to this thing as this Kinku bird steps up next to you all, and it looks at you. It says back to you, Cyrus, in your voice, "Nutrition!" out of this bird's mouth. And the bug has to make a save. It succeeded, so it only does... Oh man, I don't have the Thunderwave damage pulled up. Look at me. I'm embarrassed.
Unbelievable.
Caught me off guard. I've caught myself off guard with my own NPCs. It's going to be 2d8, which is going to be 7 damage. Damn. So it's halved to...
Moonboy numbers. Those are Moonboy numbers.
And after the nutrition, you just hear the Kinku kind of like shrug and go, "Oh, damn it," in some sort of like gruff voice. And that's going to bring up this bug creature, who is going to try and get, let's see. I think Whoosh is its main target right now. If you look at the map here, Cyrus. Well, no, Cyrus is right there in front of it, stabbing it. I literally missed you as you were under the bug right there. So
You're treating my character like I'm a guest star.
Well, it's gonna be nice, but then you were just right there in front of it. Oh my God! I rolled a natural 1 too on its second big boy attack. So with
Go
that,
ahead, give me your worst.
No, with that, I will give you an opportunity attack as it shoots its big kind of like chin arm with pincers on the end out at you, and you dodge right by it. You can see the fleshy bits of this just right there. That if you want to take an opportunity attack, you can roll a d20 and add your attack
I wonder
to it.
if I could do something else, Harlan, with this natural one you rolled, which is my character has Misty Step on a bonus action, and I think it would be cool if, like, as this thing's pincer was about to smash into my head, I suddenly went wow, 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 and then appeared on the shore nearby.
100%. You are
because my planar travel has made me unstuck in time.
Yes.
Cool.
Would that be okay?
100%, absolutely.
Okay.
First of all, you're the guest. You can do anything you want. Don't tell them. But 2,
And-
that makes sense. You should do that.
And now my AC is 28.
My God, it's getting stronger by the minute.
Ah!
He's trained in some kind of MK Ultra mind trick shit.
So you just see him kind of like rippling all of a sudden there.
And I look as surprised as... Well, you guys probably aren't because you see this shit all the time.
And that's going to bring up Klik. it's gonna bring up
Okay.
Klik after that.
I am still on the back of this thing, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Githka and I'm gonna plunge it into the back.
Sure.
And try and slide down around the side and cut him
Oh,
open.
and you
Like,
can
You
roll
want
with
to
it.
fillet him?
I'm gonna
you're gonna-
cut him open.
You can roll with advantage too, because one, you're
Do
on
it.
top of it, and two, you're a bug, so you can kind of have a little bit of like, all right, this makes
Bug
sense.
knowledge.
Lobster knife.
I critted.
Yeah, there it is.
that's my first crit of like on an attack roll. And I have
Yeah.
so many attacks.
There's the crit sound that we
Well,
were
now
looking for.
it's only a crit for one of the attacks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I just rolled
Well-
twice the number of dice.
Yes, roll that like cut open bug that seems to just be like in a predatory panic as you see a soft spot in it and just jam your Githka down in there.
So you get 2 dice and then the same modifier, right?
Yes, double the amount of
Okay.
dice you usually do.
Okay, so it's 15 total.
So with that, you get your Githka inside of there, and you feel it kind of like spasm as you hit what is not a spinal cord because it doesn't have a spinal cord, but some sort of important nerve system, and you're just able to pull up like a shovel, pulling like dirt out of the ground and just through this thing that like connects to the back of its head, and you see its head still grabbing for things as it completely falls off of its body, and all of you all start to sink into the water as you are out of initiative and you have killed this.
Yeah.
So
Huzzah!
Pulled its nerves out.
Triple
I
max.
gutted him with the hooky side.
Democracy.
Atalia is going to rush over and she is going to cast Healing Word on Swan.
Cool. Yeah, you see the hole in his body that has like gnaw marks on it just start to lace itself up with her, and she's fussing. She's like, "Oh no! Oh goodness! Oh, you've been quite hurt." And she casts
Healing
a spell.
sound,
Yeah.
healing music.
I'll drop my invisibility, and I was all poised with my sword to stab this thing. Just like watching it as it like falls apart. Like, right.
I'm standing in the
with my
front
cool,
of it, covered
my
in bug
very
guts.
cool new sword that I've never managed to sink into anything.
The
Right.
Moonboy drops out of his seemingly godlike state and blinks and shakes it off and sees Windrider standing there, and he goes, "Ha ha! Windrider, you did it again!"
Like, no, it was Klik. I didn't even get a nick on it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll just
looks
turn
like-
around and I'm covered in
You-
black bug blood.
Oh, okay. Good work. Click then.
Did you see my friend Carter in its stomach?
We could look.
Yeah,
Yes, we
let's
could.
cut this thing open.
Can we
Let's
try?
drag it
Can we
over to the
haul
shore.
this, hook it, and haul it on? Yeah, okay, on shore. That's better.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will
Absolutely.
attempt to drag this puppy.
Yeah, we can drop the mapper out of initiative, but you and somebody else, Goat will plop down there with you and see you struggling with it and use her big Goliath arms as you see this kind of like
I'm gonna
punk
keep a
haircut
watch
Goliath.
for others.
Sure, absolutely. Do a perception check for me as
love to do that.
Goat plops down next to you, and you all both are easily able to just like drag this thing up onto shore, and it does look horrifying, I will say, as it has a something that is called a genio claw that is something between a lip and a chin on the bottom of its face that is not part of its mouth, that just pulls things toward its gnawing mouth that you can recognize as some sort of like mantis-esque just grinder of a mouth.
It's a fortune.
Yeah.
Almost a 5 chin. That's a 13.
Yeah, you see that the landscape around you is so stony, and it's just like nothing but rock and water, as much of this area
Right.
changes so much. There's nothing but really like algae growing in the water, but this island here does seem to have stayed in place long enough that there is growth on it, and you specifically don't see anything kind of like threatening here.
Okay, quickly though. I don't see anything, but I don't know. Quickly.
If it's been drug up on shore, Cyrus will slit open its thorax to look inside, shouting, "Carter!"
Kai will help.
A year and a half ago, he got eaten.
Yes, 15 months.
Yeah. Roll with advantage, and please don't get a natural 20.
Let Carter be an old.
Find him.
Please
Don't find
please
him.
let Carter be an old man inside. Please.
Oh, God.
He's
What
been
did you
eating the
do to
fish
my
that
house?
This thing swallows.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling an investigation check here as you are trying to find your friend and its body parts. And
Don't forget, you've got that bardic inspiration, bud.
this is
that's an 8.
And I'm adding the D8.
You have advantage too.
this is a homebrew.
Thank you, everybody.
This is a homebrew monster that I made up, and if you find it in its stomach right now, it's like just going to be an established thing about its lore that it just like.
It has no digestive system to speak of.
Inside.
You're looking down the roll. I'm looking down a roll of an 18. Because I
Whoosh
got
is
my
gonna
bardic
use-
inspiration and I got my advantage.
Whoosh is going to use Flash of Genius to give +5.
Oh, well then I guess we're at 23, Harlan. I guess I found my friend.
Found bits of him.
Just a skeleton.
Dog tags?
So with a 23, you find a dissolved gun that matches yours, and it seems to be whittled away to a fragment of what it was, a half-melted ice cube of what it was. But inside it, in it, you see carved the name across the barrel, Carter, and you find a boot. Just the sole of a boot, just the thick rubber that you got that's durable and that holds up. And on the sole there, it just says, "I'll be back." Like carved into it
Back
with
on
a
the
knife.
sole of his shoe?
His soul endures.
Moonboy watching from
Get
the
out
boat
of
goes,
here.
My God, his friend was one of those guns.
Maybe there's some kind of familiar.
I wade into the water with these two things and I start digging a little hole in the sand and cobbling together wood to make a little cross.
I think we can all help him.
All
My
of a
eyes
sudden-
are filled with moisture, but a tear never drops.
That moisture is whiskey.
Yeah.
The first being next to you is this little green dragon-like being whose name is Cobble. Next to you, and as you walk over there and start to bury things, she's setting out stones around the hole that you're digging, and has already like lit a candle and has
Always
I
ready
think they're
for a
called
funeral.
I think they're
She's
called
preparing for her own death, but another one came along and she was ready in a pinch.
I think they're called censures, the things that are like pre-swing with
censure.
Yeah.
and just like she's doing what are recognizable to you as funeral rites of some sort.
I didn't know Kabul was Greek Orthodox.
Well, I went to Greek Orthodox school, she says.
I say, good to see a fellow Christian in this far-off land.
It's this old cobbled.
The Moonboy
dragon thing.
The Moonboy kind of during this ceremony comes up and tugs on Carter's or on Cyrus's leg, and he goes, "Cyrus, I'm sorry about your friend. Did he have gumption?"
He had more gumption than a lot of us put together. His entire stomach was filled with it. Sometimes the gumption dribbled right out of his mouth.
Some sort of gumption monster.
Gumbo. The gumption.
Yeah,
Gumbo.
it might have been soup, but the point is that old Carter, it should have been me. It should have been me. I was the one. I said dive. It's what made us come into this strange world. And he died. I'm here. I don't deserve to live. And then I run into the water and just stick my head into the salt water.
No, save him.
Don't. What do we?
I'll run
pull
over.
him out.
I'll wrestle him out of the.
No!
Get him. Can we get goat to like.
Fraternal brotherhood feeling.
I will come over and I will restrain him in my forearms and just kind of.
Relax, man. K.A.I, give him something.
Oh, here is a cookie. No,
No.
no, damn. Do you want some alcohol? Alcohol.
Let's all have an alcohol.
Baby, want an alcohol? Here you go. Yes. Oh,
Oh, God.
just pouring it for him. There you go.
Just
There
lapping
you
gin
go.
out of the air.
Good alcohol.
Thanks. I feel better.
Party dart, just party dart. Right in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Party
right.
dart.
Party
I just retract. I immediately shoot him up with party darts.
I will.
Feel better, and by
after
better,
the
I
darts
mean I
go
don't
in, I'll
feel
release him into the sand.
Oh, you should keep holding him.
No, it's okay.
I can
He's
catch
partying.
him,
He's
I
partying.
think.
Look at him. He's deep in the jam, man. He's deep in the jam.
It's cool.
I'll walk-
It's just the dart, man.
Just
You're
don't fight
fine. You're safe.
I'll take Moonboy aside and then quietly I'll be like,
This Cyrus is pretty good in a fight. Maybe we could ask him to join our crew.
Yes, certainly. I mean, he's a bit of a loose cannon, but so's Janice. Where is Janice? Where is Janice?
do we see Janice anywhere in evidence?
Do an investigation check. Or I guess perception.
Bad either way.
19.
I got an 11.
19.
Moonboy, you see the back of this elf that Janice's form has taken, and you remember her being in the fight, and like being there and kind of like keeping an eye on things. But when it swung one way, once Klik got down there, you don't remember seeing her, and you see her back just kind of step into the forest of this island. Not forest because it doesn't have that much growth. The undergrowth, the kind of like bushes.
Oh no! Fully walking away?
Yeah, you just see her back just kind of like go into it.
Oh nope. K.A.I, Janice. I call out.
What?
Janice!
What's wrong?
Janice?
Janice
is. I point.
Oh, Janice, no, stay with the group, honey.
And Cyrus, correct me if I'm wrong, but as if it's okay if I'm going to reveal your class here.
Please.
As a Horizon Walker Ranger, is that what it's called? Yeah.
That's right.
Oh.
You have a ability, I think that you get at 3rd level, that lets you sense something about portals.
That's right. Yep.
If you have that in front of you, could you read that real quick?
Once per short rest as an action, you detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within 1 mile of you.
Whoa.
What?
That would have
So-
been really handy.
I've never even heard of this.
You have felt before in your life a couple of times where your gut has pulled you towards something, and you maybe used to think it was one thing or another, but now that it is the same feeling that made you want to dive in that moment. And it's so strong, it's so visceral, it's so outside of your everyday instincts, but all of a sudden you were feeling that again now.
It's happening again. Some sort of air cluster is forming. The molecules in the air are forming a, let me use the exact scientific term, a sucky hole. Yes, I can
Let's
sense
get
it
you
nearby.
let's get you a cup of coffee.
Is that where she's? Is that where she's going?
The hairs on the back of my neck, my arm are standing up.
Is Janice walking in the
That way.
direction?
She's
He
gone.
points?
Yeah,
She's
yes,
gone.
yes. She's walking in the direction. He points. He didn't see her go, but he is pointing in the same direction, absolutely.
We should probably follow her.
Yep.
What? I mean, or
We could just let her. No.
I mean, some people are worried about her. Maybe this is our... I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking. I could ask the moon.
I feel like we should. I feel personally responsible to go after her so she doesn't turn into a planet-sized monstrosity.
Cyrus is
K.A.I.
running in that direction.
Yeah.
He thinks it's
Time to
his
go.
way
We
back
gotta
to
go.
Earth.
Are we going into the jungle?
Come.
Yeah, I'll follow along, but I'm gonna get on the Rocky Talkie and I'm gonna hail Goliathan and.
Captain, any chance we could ask this human to join up with the crew?
Can we talk about permanent additions? Maybe like once we figure out where we sit in like the whole scheme. Yes, we'll get him out of here. Yes, is what I'm saying. But I'm just worried about a lot of things. I have my own emotion, and he starts like going farther into the answer than you really wanted. He catches himself spinning out. He's like, I understand that's not what you're asking. Yeah, it's fine if he comes with us. I'm not too worried about it. I trust y'all's judgment with people. Just don't die right now.
You're good, Harlan.
I just don't-
Captain.
I just don't get a lot of time with humans is all. All right, thanks, Captain.
Sure.
I didn't realize you had this thirst to be around humans more.
He's going to
Do you
get
not
hurt
feel
again.
understood? Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah. So we follow Janice and Cyrus into the woods. You said.
Jungle?
So it's something like an undergrove. It's mostly like newer bushes that have
Oh sure. So it's
been here.
off
Yeah.
the-
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like a thick undergrowth. That's kind of like
Yeah.
blocking the way, but wouldn't be here long enough.
Okay, I
I
mean,
will-
I guess we're all following Cyrus into the, Cyrus who is unknowingly perhaps following Janice into the undergrowth.
Yeah, and you hear Goliathan's voice come over and go like, "Don't take any of the hostages." I mean,
Yes,
the
no, they
people we
should
rescued. It seems like a bad idea to put them in danger again for
stay
our
on
own
the
sake.
ship.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So just this crew, the people who were originally hired by this ship to do specifically what they're doing, which is leave the ship in moments of uncertainty to kind of like press onward and see what is here in this wilderness of space. Presses through this kind of like thick, viney growth all throughout this platform. And let's have everybody do a check. Let's just go around, and I want you to tell me what you are looking for as you're pressing forward here. It can be Janice. It can be other signs of other things. Just give me an idea of what check you're rolling and what you're looking for. And let's start with Andrew. What is Windrider looking for as he kind of goes
I'm specifically
after
looking for
Cyrus?
Janice, who I do not trust. I do not want to be ambushed by Janice in these bushes. I'm got my eye open for her, and I got a 15 on that.
Cool. There's no sign of her, and you're, exactly what you said. Your adrenaline is kind of up. You're on the alarm. You're like, this is the moment where she kind of gets me. And as you're pushing through this undergrowth, you can kind of find the trail that both Cyrus and Janice are creating as they're pushing through, and you're taking it slow enough that you're looking for ambushing, and there's nothing there. Moonboy, what are you rolling?
I will call after Cyrus. Yeah, as we're going. Like,
Cyrus, mate, come back.
The Moonboy is quite frightened, and I think in this moment you see maybe a meeker, more moon gnomish side of him. He seems more instinct than anything else, and he's watching for danger. But with a survival roll of 9, he's not a very good frightened little gnome man.
Yeah, there's some sort of equivalent of like vine cobwebs here that are happening, where you just like get a cobweb on your face, like when you're hiking, and you just like get flustered, but nothing is
It's in
wrong.
my mouth. It was Cyrus. I think I got a vine in my mouth. Can you ask him if I'll get sick?
And you're still close enough to Windrider yelling and stuff. You're not lost. You're just with the crew.
Okay.
Klik, what are you rolling for?
I am not particularly interested in finding Janice as much as I am mostly interested in protecting the party in dangerous undergrowth right now.
Okay, cool.
So I made a perception check and it was a 14.
14, cool. Yeah, there's you feel maybe some small creatures that are equivalents of chipmunks here. You can just like hear that like scuttering around of small beings, but they're all fleeing from you. It seems like there's nothing huge on this island, or no like a response of anything kind of like predatorial things picking up on your senses with that. And then Kai, what do you got?
I want to use Arcana to see if Janice and... It seems like Janice is maybe following the like arcane energies and is being attracted towards whatever Cyrus is being attracted to.
Sure, absolutely. What'd you get on that Arcana check?
19.
You, in stepping through here, you're someone who kind of brings either infuses magic into items or kind of like brings out the innate magic, and you deal with that a lot, and you can feel very quickly as you get through this place that it's magical, as like pieces of your brain start to think like, oh, why is this here, that it's like, why is this staying put? And with that you can just see sort of like the ground here is pretty like solid stone and crafted stone in a way that is like, oh, this is not vines growing out of something. It is just growing around something that does not move. So it's very, so yes, both of them seem to be kind of like running toward the center of this place. And as someone who is proficient in magic stuff, like the middle of this place seems to be some sort of source of arcana. And then Cyrus, do you want to do something? What are you looking for as you feel this feeling and run toward the wilderness?
Yeah, well, I want to be like crawling on my belly, like very quickly, like a Gila monster, and I have a bonus of my proficiency bonus doubles when I'm going through desert terrain, which this sounds like desert terrain.
Sure. Why
right? Not? I don't know what I'm trying to do exactly.
Since you said Gila monster, that's why you can have it as desert terrain. Only because you said Gila
You're
monster.
acting like it's desert terrain.
Yeah.
Yes, and I also have forest or desert. So I guess I'm just trying to stealthily. No, you know what? I want to get there as quickly as possible. So I want to use survival to plot the quickest way to get there, like without like getting slowed down or anything.
Sure, absolutely. Roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
Okay. 23.
Oh boy. With that, it's like you are a groundhog who found its tunnel. And you just, it's my dream as a kid where I was like poking around in the bushes and hoping to find a tunnel to a clearing that brought me a magic portal, and you actually find that as you just all of a sudden see this opening, and you quickly maneuver through these bushes, and when you come out into this clearing, there is stacks of stones that look like some sort of ruin almost here, and inside of it, in this circle area, is a basin of this sort of just like rippling energy, and you were the first person in this clearing. You have beat Janice to it because of that, and you are standing alone with this pink pool of just like rippling, what look like waves, but don't make sense because it's like a small pond almost.
Okay, I pull. What can I do something else?
Yes, absolutely.
I pull out a leaf and I write with a marker that I fashioned earlier in my. I write, "I am Cyrus Knickerbocker of Earth, U.S. Air Service." I'm actually taking too long and putting my entire rank on it, and then I go, "Is this Earth? Send back a note," and I throw it into the portal.
Yeah, you throw it through, and it kind of like ripples, and nothing happens, but you can.
I go, and now we wait.
And Janice, which you don't know what this thing is really, but an elf, what you can recognize as some sort of like slender creature, walks out into this clearing with you and looks at you and it goes,
Wait, with or without barrel?
Oh, she has a barrel under
has
her arm.
to.
Yeah. She under her arm she has like a barrel like under it there, and she looks at you and goes, "Is this what you came through?
Something similar, yes.
Do you think this will take you home?"
That's what I'm betting on, hot pants.
She smiles really big at you and goes, "Well, it seems that you have two choices. You can leap into this unknown and end up in another chaotic world that you have no control over. Or you can stay in this chaotic world that you can have no control over." And she says, "Either way, I'm happy to help you." And she reaches her hand out to you as like a handshake.
Oh, stay back.
Sure.
Windrider's cool with you? He's
Yes.
your friend?
Yes. You can roll an insight check if you want to.
Nope, don't need to. If she's good with Windrider, then she's good with me. I go, you forgot option 3, sweetheart. Send a note to whoever's on the other side telling them that we're here.
Sure.
But I take her hand.
Okay, cool. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
That's going to be a 14.
Oh.
Oh no, what is that?
Pulling
What are
up
you
a
getting
monster
from
manual.
the
I mean, Janice is a monster.
That's
Are you
the
gonna
last
get
thing
Janice?
is ever gonna eat. So I
Like
hope you
that
enjoy
wasn't
it,
even a
Janice.
monster manual. He grabbed a Bible. What's happening?
You do not eat Jared Logan. Bad Janice.
What's your AC is 14?
Yes.
Okay. How many hit points do you have?
No.
Currently 36.
Hey, Jared Logan. Mm-hmm. I should have asked you this before the stream. How do you feel about me killing your character?
I just murdered 2 characters Sunday night on Vampires of Pittsburgh on Stream of Blood. I love character death.
Okay, so the Stream of Blood's Reddit told me to be hard on you, and I honestly wasn't even planning on it, but this moment just waltzed in front of me. So when you reach out and you shake her hand, the last thing you see is this elf's whole body splitting into what looks like Moses parting the seas, and just wraps around you, and just and is this hug.
Alien sex!
And it just immediately dissolves your whole body.
No! Janice! Nutrition!
And that's where we're going to call it for the evening.
What?
Who even is that?
What?
Janice is gonna get it.
Oh my god.
My God, I definitely thought that Janice was gonna go to a portal,
Yeah, me
to
too. I
Earth,
thought she was
and
gonna
just,
go to
like,
Earth and,
ruin
like,
Earth,
ruin
like
Earth.
eat everyone on Earth.
Survives
Oh
for
my
15
God.
months, killed by a handshake.
Yep.
the first handshake?
He believed in
15
handshakes.
months.
Hey, that sounds
He
pretty
was
American
a handshake guy. That was how he came in. That was how he
I
went out.
spent
He
5
died doing what he
hours
loved, shaking hands.
on that drawing.
to me. Well, now it can be a version of Janice.
Oh.
That's so sick, though.
Do
Not for
not
long.
eat guests, Janice. No.
And
No.
Jordan, you know,
no.
I can wear the drawing on a T-shirt too.
Great, great. That would be great.
Should I
like
have
to.
a t-shirt?
We're getting temporary tattoos made or permanent ones.
Permanent tattoos
Might have to be
of our
permanent now.
characters.
Permanent tattoos.
Who's with me?
Of our, guys, we're never gonna
Hey,
die.
I mean,
I got one tattoo. We can do 2. Let's do it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I would go.
Jared Logan, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys. That was so fun. You guys are amazing.
I-
Thanks for
I-
having me on.
when you told me what character you wanted to be, I was like, man, anyone else, I don't think I would like feel comfortable DMing for them with this, but I knew that you would crush it, and you did crush it, and thank you so much for being a giving player and just a fun person to play with. So I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you guys.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, and please, can you? I'm sure that people here, we've talked about it so much that they know about it. Could you? But for those who don't, tell us about what you do outside of getting eaten by a noose.
Sure. Yes. So if you guys like tabletop role-playing games that are composed of a series of people in boxes yelling at a screen, then you will love Stream of Blood, which is my little streaming channel where we do mostly horror games. So we do Call of Cthulhu and Vampire are our two main things, but we're adding stuff all the time. So Stream of Blood, it's on YouTube if you want to check out some old episodes, and it's also a podcast now. Stream of Blood, the podcast.
Ooh,
And Andrew might make it on to another session, right?
I think it's well, that's 100% definitely assured, and I'd love to have all of you all on. As soon as we can get you on.
Sorry, I wasn't
Holy
pitching.
God, this is an all-ages show.
No, we'll play one character. I'd
like to have all of you on at once. I've been pitching that, we do a crossover with the Glass Cannon guys where we play Blades in the Dark. And we wanted to populate our Blades in the Dark. Do you guys know that game?
Yeah.
We wanted to populate our Blades in the Dark city with other role-playing streams running as crews.
Yes.
So I think that would be dope.
I love that.
Dude, I've got
Sorry.
That'd be so good.
I've got a couple of like D&D games running in my homebrew world that are all like on different timelines. So that's my shit. So please, that's amazing.
Awesome. Okay, we'll have to do that then.
Also,
Okay.
Let's absolutely play.
Can I just holler out
Blades in
that
the Dark is so fun.
Horizon Walker Rangers get haste at level 9? What?
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Rachel.
I mean, if they don't die, Jordan.
Right, if they don't
Sorry.
get swallowed
my
by
God.
Urist. That's
We're gonna
honestly
we're gonna lose our ads because there's too much.
Let's get out of here. Let's do the
No way.
not enough.
promos,
Out
do
of
the promos
control.
that you need, and let's get out of here.
Oh my
Out
god.
of control.
Who's got
Big
stuff?
shout out
Holy
to
shit.
Big Top Studios. Thank you so much for helping to make this happen.
Yeah.
It's the best. We're 2 for 2 on killing guest stars now, so
Dude.
keep them coming.
Yeah, they keep getting eaten.
Well, no, we didn't
I
kill.
can't believe it.
We didn't kill Angus and.
Oh, that's true, Angus.
Valerie.
That's right.
We didn't see her die, so we've only got one confirmed
then
kill.
we're 1 for 1, and I couldn't have been wronger.
1 for 3.
Idiot.
Yeah, you were even
not-
wrong about
the
how
record's
wrong you
worth.
were.
So tired.
Yep, Jesus. I am Rachel Weeks. I run a Magic the Gathering podcast called The Commander's Sphere. We just got a preview card, and we're very excited about that. We've got a extra special episode planned that comes out next week, so please check that out if you are into Magic.
Do it. Anybody else?
Harlan and I have a DM talk show every Thursday at 5:30 Mountain Time. We chat with people who run tabletop role-playing games. It's only 30 minutes long. It's always a really fun chat. Jared did it. He had a great episode. You can
Yeah,
check
we
it
have-
out on YouTube.
We kind of have a bunch of great past episodes on our YouTube channel. You can watch episodes of Better Than Heroes there, and you can watch episodes of The Dungeon there. There's a whole bunch of videos for you all to check out if you want to.
Cool.
And Big Top, right? Big Top.
Yeah,
job.
Big
Big
Tab.
Top.
Once again.
Letting us
Top.
make wonderful things happen, like having Jason Wardell, who is
Yeah.
has been live soundtracking this whole thing.
The best.
Just an improvised score, so cool. And also get commissioned art. The map was from Joshua Smith, who's Every Map a Story, who's amazing. He does all of our maps here. And Let's Us Have Case, our wonderful stream director, who's making all the cool changes.
Yeah.
The best.
Thank you so much. All right, that's it. Let's
We'll
get out of
see
here.
you not next week,
Yeah, not next
Yeah.
week.
but the week
No, wait.
after.
No,
Yes,
it
next
is next
week.
week. We got one
Yes,
more.
next week.
Yes,
Next week.
Not the week after.
After
that.
next.
Yeah. Go vote.
Thank God. I need this.
Go vote.
Yeah.
We're going to
Go
play
vote,
one more time on
everybody.
Monday, then we're going to take a week off, and we'll see. All right. Thank you very much, Jared Logan. Until next time, everybody.
Bye.
We love you.
Celebration lights. Bye bye.
RPG lights.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes. They'll never be zeros. Better than heroes.
She could take another
He
form.
saw it. I know he
But
did.
she has so much extra ooze, she has to hold the
Oh yeah,
barrel.
she's leaking out of the barrel.
Yeah.
She